continue.
Wanajua. Waje video kwa live.
So, we want them to find as useful to them. That's right. But we are concerned with their situation.
We are interested in interdependence, not dependence and independence.
They have interacted with many other organizations and the government.
Right.
And nobody wants to address this situation.
Right.
Nobody is interested. Many organizations feel that they are burdened to start from so low, people with nothing. It's so expensive, so they abandon them. They go to other areas.
And the most amazing thing is if you can be the catalyst, not just for people who want to be UUs, but the wider community, even if they're Christian or Muslim or whatever, to help with those same solutions. Because not just UU people are having trouble with food, right? And so if you can launch a wider, it's like the Mennonites do. They come to Africa, they don't talk about Jesus unless anyone asks. They do community development, help people find solutions in their communities. And if they want to know about Jesus, then they
In fact, they will want to know who are these good people.
They're community development. And that's what...
How come they're different from the rest of the people who have come here?
I don't know. I don't know. It is funny.
It is funny.
Yes, they are different from other missionaries and other religious faiths. And they, my ancestors on my father's side were Mennonites, so I have investigated them, and they seem to do it better than other faith groups when it comes to poor countries and helping. They don't talk about religion first. They talk about doing good works, how we can work together, how we can... That's right. How they can help with their own effort.
Our government is very specific. Very specific about support methods of supporting the poor.
Yes. In what way?
What is now acceptable in Kenya is that if somebody from outside Kenya wants to support somebody in Kenya, that support should go directly to the needy person.
To the needy person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Instead of going through a middleman.
The NGO.
Exactly. But, you see, it works. But the only problem is that that person who stays in America does not understand the needy person in Kenya.
That's right.
Because people are tricky all over, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
You cannot just come to Kenya and go direct to the village and start assisting somebody you don't know.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You will not know who is being assisted and who is calling, who is cheating.
Exactly.
So you have to have somebody whom you have faith in.
Or if I help you, and I don't help you, and it's like, why him and not other people, you know?
You're selective.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to take back all those things I brought for you. So. No, that's what I was saying.
But you see, so any organization that wants to assist the needy in Kenya must go through a friend. And that friend is just like you have friends here.
Exactly.
That's what
we need to know people on the ground. You need to understand the culture. You need to understand the. I mean, there's a. I think Mike or was it Edward talked about the water. They came. Oh, you talked about the water.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk? You want to mention that one?
The water project.
The Americans came in and made a water. Well, how did it work again?
No, it happens like this. Actually, as we were saying during the workshop, the fact that people are getting donors are coming, or people are coming and imposing things that people don't do.
Yes.
And it has happened.
Yeah.
For example, there's a big lake, the Lake Turkana.
Yes.
About 20 years, 30 years ago, the Norwegians came and put a very big fishing project.
Yes.
Number one was for Turkana, not fishermen, they don't do fish.
Yes.
They are pastoralists.
Yes.
So you want to change pastoralists to fishermen. And they have been, since time immemorial, they have been fishermen.
I mean,
they're changing the Maasai to fishermen. So that is what they were doing. They put a very big plan, multi-billion plan with fishery and a very big huge boat. So little did they know that every 2 years this lake goes dry for another 5 years. So the lake went dry and the big
because of the irrigation scheme.
The big boat was all over the place.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't eat fish.
And then part people don't eat fish, so they're not amused by this project.
Yeah.
There's no electricity.
They impose
They have to use power,
Yeah.
petrol, to heat cooling,
Yeah.
which is very expensive and economical.
What was the one rural village where the Americans had a water...
The Americans also came and put a borehole and a water tank in the village. The local girls never went to fetch water there. Why? They want to put it in the river. That's where they socialize. That's where they meet and talk. That is where men get them and tune them for marriage and things like that. So the big nobody was going.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to the borehole.
Yeah.
And the river is miles away. That is where they socialize. That is their meeting place.
They are comfortable.
They are comfortable.
They get out of the village and get a chance to go out, and then they're stuck in the village all the time because the water's right there.
Yeah.
So in all our projects, we always explain that we work with the community. Sure.